The rest will find us in progress. So good evening, everyone. Please, I need to see your responses on the chat space or something or a reaction. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you, Roxanne, for putting your video on. We are so excited as Breakthrough team to be here tonight. It's been an awesome couple of weeks with Gen Zs and a bit of millennials in the program, and I hope you've had an amazing time learning. And tonight we are just here to celebrate you. So allow me to record this meeting for purposes of your rewatching and for those who will not make it tonight. So I'll start the recording now. Great, we're set. So tonight we are having the Early Risers Young Professionals Leadership Program Cohort 2 graduation. And this is a program that just focuses on young people and helps you set the foundation and the tone of your career and your personal life. So it sort of sets you apart and it sort of gives you a stepping stone to jump higher than those whom you found before you. I hope you've all had such an experience. You'll tell us in a few, but please feel very welcome. Please switch on your videos. Before we start, I'd like to go through some polite requests and agreements. One, please switch on your video and keep it on for the rest of the session. Don't switch it off at some point. Two, kindly rename yourself to include your full name and the country you're joining from. Three, kindly introduce yourself in the chat space, your name, your role, your organization, what you do, and one fun fact about you. We'd like to know who's in the room, get to know each other. I know you've connected during the coaching sessions, but today we have guests and they'd like to know you as well. I request that all microphones to remain muted throughout the meeting if it's not your time to speak. If you'd like to speak, please use the raise hand icon. We'll be happy to give you the chance. Let's keep all the comments on the chat space respectful and edifying. We are all entitled to different opinions, but let's respect each other's opinions. Lastly, the session is being recorded for rewatching and reuse. So that's just for your awareness. At this point, I'd like to introduce your personal leadership coach, who has walked with you the journey for the past couple of weeks, just to say something and then we'll move forward with the program. So Dr. Pat, over to you.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all very well. Congratulations. You know, as I was getting ready, dressing up for your graduation and wearing this neck piece, which I'm wearing for the second time my entire life, which must say something about how special you are. I was thinking about the beadwork that goes into a piece like this and the women who one by one painstakingly take their time to blend the colors and to ensure that a piece like this is steady. And I'm reminded of how recently someone came to me and said, hey, you high school, you're always ahead. You even had a Gen Z program long before Gen Z became a thing. And I now believe that Gen Z is not that the Gen Z, they're now calling Gen Z also Gen Zote. In other words, anyone who has a young professional kind of role is interested in this program, is supposed to be in this program. And just like the neck piece that I'm wearing, which is a Maasai neck piece, I hope that the colors you have seen about yourself right through this program have helped you see that you are simultaneously a masterpiece and a work in progress. To each and every one of you who are graduating today, we're going to be watching you keenly, encouraging you on the sidelines, being your cheerleader, because you took a gamble on yourself and you took the chance to actually invest or even if you are gifted this investment, to treat it as if you are taking a loan for it. I know that how you do small things is how you do big things, is how you do everything. In a few minutes, you'll be sharing with us what this program has done for you. For us at Rise School, you have encouraged us. You have enabled us to believe that a program like this could impact all of you in different ways. Very specially, I want to honor those of you who have sponsored yourself, who've taken loans, who've even taken time out from work to ensure you do this. I want to honor those who are studying. You're actually already studying something else, and you chose to also do the Early Risers Young Professionals Leadership Program. I want to honor those parents, aunties, uncles, all the sponsors who have sponsored some of you into this program. Thank you very much for honoring our next gen leaders. And then I want to honor the corporates. Very specially, I want to shout out to Fidelity Insurance, who have been consistent in the way they sponsor their management trainees, their future leaders into this program. I want to say a very big thank you to Marcy, together with the Chief Executive of Fidelity Insurance, because that manifestation that your young people need to grow right from the word go says something about your epic culture. And so without further ado, what is my prayer for each and every one of you? Early rising is not only about waking up early. Our goal and our prayer is that you will rise in all senses of the word. Our prayer is that when you're faced with challenges, you will remember that within you is the person you are created to be. Within you is the courage to surmount any challenges. They say the graduation is the end of the program, but I actually think that now is when the program is beginning, because the examination of life is going to face you front and center. And I hope you will dig back into the 4 areas that we talked about: the way you wait, your will, your character well, and what else? And the way you work. I hope that those 4 W's will continue to be a beacon of strength, of light, and of clarity in everything that you do. Lastly, you don't rise and rise alone. I hope that you're already thinking about your friends. I hope they've noticed the difference in you. I hope that as you continue, you'll become members of the Africa Risers Network, and that you're reading the books and networking with people. But don't forget that there's someone somewhere who admires you. There's someone somewhere who wishes they were like you. There's someone somewhere who may not have an opportunity like this. What can you do to pay it forward? Encourage them. One way. A second way, make sure you go and say thank you to those who've sponsored you. Tell them what you've learned and how this is going to impact you. I also want to encourage you, if you can sponsor someone, even just by your word and your use of social media, you may actually encourage another corporate, another parent, and another individual to sponsor the next cohort of early risers. Imagine in the next 5 years, all of us meeting together in person, somewhere in this world. Maybe it's Nairobi, or maybe it's Joburg. I don't know where you're going to be, but imagine a reunion of hundreds of early risers discussing where they moved to, what happened in their personal and professional lives as a result of this program. Ladies and gentlemen, Pan-African leaders, next generation leaders, do not let yourself down. Do not give in to the peer pressure of just going with the current. Remember that you're created for more. Remember that being an early riser calls for a great responsibility and privilege to be a beacon of light where there's darkness, to be the hopeful one where people are discouraged, to be the one who looks out for the others and sees the one who's drowning, who's struggling, who somewhat is not able to just pick themselves up. I want to hope that you will be kind, you'll be compassionate, you'll be empathic, and more than anything else, you'll have a spirit of humility, of service, and of excellence. Congratulations to each and every one of you as you embark into the real journey of the early risers today after this graduation on the 8th of August, 2024. Nane Nane, as it's being called, and 8 is a special number. May you remember this day as the beginning of the rest of your life, and the choices you make, we hope that we have helped you make better choices as you continue to grow. God bless you all and congratulations once
again.
Thank you, Dr. Pat.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pat, for those inspiring opening remarks. I'd like to request those whose videos are still not on, kindly put on your videos. We'd like to see you as we celebrate you tonight. So at this point, we'll move to our next phase, which is for you people. So I'll allow you guys to share how your experience has been. You will all get 2 minutes, 1.5, literally. I'll be timing. And by the end of that, you'll see me raise an icon. So if you see that, just know your time is up. So we're using alphabetical order. I can see A is not here. So we'll just jump to the next one. I thought she's the one who has joined. So Emmy will start us off. Emily, please feel free to share with us so in that 1.5 minutes, please just share how your experience has been, what lessons stood out for you, and how you're going to pay this forward to your community and those around you. Emmy, karibu.
Good evening. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to partake in this training. Thank you, Dr. Patricia and your team, for the training materials, for taking the time to take us through the classes, the Friday lessons that we had. And for me, the lessons that stood out for me is that I identified that I needed to know myself, know my character, my behavior, the ones that are positive, of course, the ones that are negative that sometimes I may want to ignore, and to just learn from them, the things that I've done in the past, know what I can do right for the future. Another lesson that I learned is that I will never be a victim of the choices that I've made or the choices that I'm making, as long as I know that I will be a victor and I want to be better, because I accept teaching, coaching from anyone who is ready to offer them to me. And just hoping for the best for everyone around me, because I want the same to happen to me. And so those are lessons that have stood out for me through this training.
Thank you, Amy. Please give Amy some flowers. I'd like to see reactions going up. So please give Amy her flowers. Thank you so much. And may the lessons carry you even beyond this program. Up next, we have Esther. Esther, this is your moment.
Well, good evening, everyone. Hi, everyone. First, good evening.
Good evening.
It's been an amazing opportunity to learn about myself and how to react to situations. And actually, I was telling my friend how I was actually looking for a photo for this, and I was telling her, "Oh, it's not a big deal." And she's like, "No, remember, we're celebrating both small and big wins." So I think that's the biggest takeaway, celebrating the big wins and the small wins. Never minimizing anything in life, anything that I have put effort in, whether the expectation has been reached or not. I did put my best foot forward, and that's one of my biggest takeaways. Also, the effort that I put into my work, it's a reflection of me. So being able to be accountable for things that I am doing, everything that I have planned and said I will do, once I'm journaling, I'm able to hold myself accountable. And that's one of my biggest takeaways from this. So thank you, Dr. Morogami. Thank you, Mrs. Joroge, for this opportunity. And everyone who was a part of the journey, thank you so much for going along with me. Yeah.
That's incredible, Esther. And let me just back you up there a little bit. It's a big deal. It is a big deal. I mean, you're the one who sat down and did all the work, all the growth books, all the assignments on your own. And usually people celebrate milestones that others can see, but you tend to forget to celebrate the milestones that they can't see, but will have a ripple effect on your whole person out there. So please celebrate yourself, shout about it because it is a big deal. You've actually done the work and you've grown as a leader. And that's what makes you a better person to society. Up next, we have Faith is not here yet. So Ivy, it's your moment. Ivy, if you can hear me. Okay, let's move to Jen and then we'll come back to Ivy. Jen, please. Oh, there she is.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, Jen, Ivy's back, so let's proceed. Ivy, please go on and feel free to turn on your video. Ivy, you're on mute.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi.
So I'm Ivy. So okay, for me, this journey has not been it has been a challenge for me, yes, but I've managed to like go to finish it. I know when you're at work, you always tend to get busy and everything, but always have to like have some time to spare for other things, let's say for learning and for others. But I've also gotten to surpass that. So for me, I get to always thank God for everything. When I wake up, I have to thank God. I have then other things follow. Then by the end of the day, you also have to thank God for whatever you have done through the day. So also I have to like, I've learned that you always have to get support from others. You can't just rely on yourself. You also have to love what you do. Or based on failures, you have to like accept what you also have to accept your failures, learn from them. And yeah, also what I've learned is that through my journey, like you also whatever you have learned, you should like also share it with others. Like don't like keep it for yourself, share with others, let others know what you have learned and they will support you. For me, I just want to say thank you to Patricia, to everyone. Yeah, I'll continue encouraging others, like also like telling others what I've learned. Or I'll also like share what the experience I've been through, the challenges and everything. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivy. A round of applause for Ivy. Great lessons there. Up next we have Jen.
Good evening. How are you all?
We're good. How are you?
I'm good. This journey has been very insightful for me. I'm very grateful for the whole experience. My take home on this course to betray my past best self, to make way for my best self. So what I took from is that life is a journey, and that every day can grow, you can change, you can become better than you were yesterday. I also learned that we have to have a simple that we have my work should to to raise my hand and have a to speak with my work. Yes. The journey has been I'm very grateful for that. And I'll be back for the next call.
Thank you so much, Jane. We look forward to seeing you back. And yeah, true, may your work speak for itself. A round of applause for Jane, please. Up next, we have Max. Max, I know you've just joined. We are sharing what our key takeaways and lessons and from this program are and how you're going to pay that forward. You're on mute. Max, please unmute and proceed. Sorry, we can't hear you. Do you want to give it one more shot? Okay, as he tries to fix his mic, Max, if you're using earpiece, you can unplug and speak. In the meantime, I'll give it up to the next person who, allow me to pass her regards. She's Mary Nyakeo. She will not be able to make it for this session, but she is so honored to have gone through this program. She's currently doing a shift, so she couldn't make it. Up next, we have Robert, index 001.
Thank you so much, Flo. So it's also my honor and pleasure to be graduating. To be quite honest, I was not expecting we'd have graduation. So when you shared the link to this course, I quickly started on it because I was anticipating I may lack time because sometimes we are quite busy. And it was, I think I'll have to say it was a really rare coincidence and also a very pleasant surprise because at the same time when I started on early rise program, we also started doing a separate program at church. It's called consistent Bible reading. So for that program, we have to wake up early. And I quickly started on this one, and there was quite a lot of overlap that built into the self-discipline of waking up early. I have traditionally loved to be a night owl, so like stay up late and then sleeping and waking up late, but then through this program and then the church program, and have to wake up early. And there's always a huge difference when I wake up early and on the day when I wake up late. Like when I wake up early, I'm able to reflect more and be able to plan the day better. And one thing that I loved about this is, although it's not like explicitly mentioned, it looks to be a program that feeds more even into like spiritual growth, especially on the element of guarding your heart. Like, what do you let out of your mouth at those moments when you're frustrated, at that moment when people give you this critical feedback? And one takeaway for me was on strengthening will and asking for feedback, but also taking it positively, because that also helps me in reflecting, because I understand I have several blind spots, and some of those ones may not be clear to me, but then other people might be able to pick on things that I'm not able to see. So just appreciating that feedback and knowing where it's coming from, because that feedback comes from somewhere, from people who care and from people who want to improve on certain areas. And so looking at that feedback differently is something that has really helped me. So at work, we usually do this semi-year kind of review every 6 months. We get feedback from the people you work with and also from the people we report to. And sometimes that feedback can be a bit critical at times. And when we rise through the ranks, we rarely get feedback. So this time around, I was keen on getting this feedback. And it was it was really constructive, meaning it was also like majorly negative, but also positive. But then through this class and also now through the consistent Bible reading program, I was also able to look at it differently and see it as a growth path on areas where I would not necessarily see on my own. And one of that was on elevating this culture of excellence. So a lot of feedback for me is about the people I work with, the people who report to me, and not necessarily what I do, but also looking at it as when they do not have the same standard for quality and excellence, then that also gets reflected on me as a person. And me now having to take that and taking that positively is something that I really appreciate coming from this class. And now using that feedback to help my team improve is something that I'm really learning more and something that I'm working with them in a different way than I would before coming to this class. I think before I would majorly not be so kind to them. So let's say if something was not done as the client or as other people expected, and it was done by a person from my team, then I would be a bit pushy and try to not understand where that person was coming from. But now through this program, I'm learning more to be more kind and appreciative of where these people are coming from, because it doesn't mean that because someone did not do something out of did not meet those standards of excellence, that it doesn't mean they don't have good qualities in them. You just need to push that potential out. Sometimes takes a bit of time, takes a bit of listening, but also working with them and walking with them in a journey. So thanks so much, Dr. Murugami and also Florence. I know at the start as well, was a bit tough on, is she here? No, I cannot see her here.
No, she's not.
So at the start, we had a bit of frustration with the links and also like accessing the training courses. So my apologies for that. I know I pushed a bit more. I always push for things. So just in case I came out as rude, that was not my intention. And I also look forward to providing some constructive feedback again on how we can improve this course. So thank you so much, Dr. Murugami and your team.
Thank you so much, Robert. And no, you did come across as rude at all. I think it was necessary to keep pushing us. So please, a round of applause for Robert. A great lessons there. And please, I'd request you to keep your videos on. Don't switch off after you're done speaking. Up next, we have Roxanne. Roxanne, this is your moment.
Good evening, everyone. I think for me,
Good
the
evening.
class came at a good time because I've been in a bit of a transition. So from work to starting a new job to leaving again for school. And I think the lesson that stuck with me was the harness your weight. So identifying triggers and the root cause or what causes you to do something, your why in what you do and how you respond is the thing that has stuck with me. I think speaking to those around me to hear about triggers, feedback on my blind spots was a lot valuable for me. And so I just want to thank Dr. Pat for the opportunity and the entire Breakthrough Leadership team. They've been very supportive and effective in communication and everything. And also, I think I have come to appreciate
Um, Okay, I think we lost her towards the end and she dropped off. Must be a network issue. Oh, sorry, we lost you at the end. Please finish up.
I was saying thank you to Dr. Pat and the whole BLT team for your support and the opportunity. I've come to appreciate mentorship and coaching more. Because continuous improvement and being a perpetual learner in life is paramount for growth. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Roxanne. A round of applause for her. Up next, we have Ndongo Tevin. This is your moment.
Hi everyone. My name is Tevin. Seems like most of the people here work at the same place from Fidelity. So I'm from NCBA Investment Banking as I work as a research analyst. So it's very, I can say this whole program has been very beneficial to me. And I want to thank Dr. Patricia and her team and for making it very possible for us to be able to go through this program, for all the learning, for the technical issues that we may have faced, and also for keeping us like in check in terms of making sure that we are progressing on with the learning. So the thing I learned the most was about discovering myself. And one thing that stuck out to me was having a not to do list, because most of the times we always have a to-do list, but we never have a not to-do list. So it made me see things from a different point of view that, okay, I can keep saying I'll do this, but I'm not stopping some habits. There are those habits that I need to stop doing. And it really stuck on me. Another lesson that stuck is evaluating and editing relationships and knowing when relationships have come to an end. And by relationships, I just mean general friendships with people in our lives, because people come, people go. The people who are meant to be with us for the rest of our lives are people who are just for a season, so that we get to learn the lessons. And also, there's a quote Dr. Patricia mentioned. It was by Rosie O'Neill. It talked about procrastination is the arrogant assumption God will give you a chance tomorrow to do what he told you to do today. So it really stuck on me, and I began to appreciate the need of doing something right now, instead of doing it at a later time period and everything. And honestly, I feel so privileged to have gone through this program, and I wish a lot of people would go through it, but I believe that they can, on top of sharing it to more and more people, they can see the impact of it through myself and the others who I'm graduating with. And I'd also like to thank the person who sponsored me. That's my aunt. I don't know that she's in the call. Yeah, and also the person who has always believed in me ever since I was young, my mom, who has also really been pushing me to be a better person each and every day. And let me just mention that this is on the side. It's funny that graduation is on this day, because I've always, for the past 6-7 years, I've always talked about this day in the year 2026. And I feel like this is more of a manifestation of what is yet to come. So thank you so much. And as we go on, let's be the light and let's just spread the knowledge and love and all that we learned from this program. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Tevin. A round of applause for Tevin. That was an incredible speech. And he's mentioned something that somebody else mentioned about sharing the knowledge. So it's like you're a candle, and your candle has been lit by Dr. Pat. So what do you do with that candle? Do you just, hide it for yourself? Like this information, this knowledge is for me. I just want to accelerate myself. or will you go lighting other people's candles with the lessons from the past couple of weeks that you've had? Up next, we have Vivian. Vivian, this is your moment. Vivian, if you can hear me. Okay, as we try get her, we have Wendy up next. She is still in transit, but allow me to read her comment. In first persona, I would like to thank you so much for this course. As a musician and now turned as a UX designer, the program has really helped me in navigating new spaces and identifying my strengths, weaknesses as a profession. And as a person, yes, I think professionally and personally, and most importantly, to be patient with myself, especially in a fast-paced world. Really grateful and definitely recommending the course to my friends and colleagues. Thank you, Wendy, for that beautiful write-up. Up next, we have William, yes. William, you're up next.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry, I don't know if my video has a challenge. I think it says you had disabled it on your end.
Apologies, you can turn it on.
Let me try again. But
There
there
you
it is.
go.
Thank you so much. So
Very
let me start by
glad.
saying thank you. So let me start by saying thank you to Dr. Patricia and Mercy for enabling us for taking us through the course. It has been a very insightful course. Speaking for myself, it is one of those courses that make you self-reflect, and I think that is the biggest point that stood out for me. The disadvantage of being my name starting with W is that I come last after everybody has mentioned their points, but I think something that nobody has mentioned that for me stood out was that we need to be aware of our own actions that sabotage us. Rather, things or actions we do that sabotage where we want to be or where we want to go. And for me, it really made me self-reflect on the small habits and small actions that you do on a day-to-day that may seem small and insignificant, but play a large part in making us not achieve or sabotaging our goals. Something else that really stood out was to be the best versions of ourselves, really. I think that is what I took home, that work begins with me, work begins with I, rather. A skill that I learned during the course was how to journal. I think I had previously not been keen. I had people journal, but I've recently taken up. Okay, we were talking with one of my colleagues, Esther, who was also here graduating, and it's something that came up and something that I've been trying for the past few weeks, and it has really helped self-reflect. So with that said, I would like again to say thank you to Daktari. We really appreciate, and to all the graduates, congratulations. You really deserve the graduation and the flowers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, William. And it's true. You all do deserve the graduation and the flowers. It has been a long, painful process with yourself. And just seeing you emerge on the other side, having learned and taken lessons and grown, it's a big thing and a big win for you. Vivian, I can see you've unmuted. Are you able to speak?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Sorry. Okay.
Depends with where you're joining from. It's okay.
Okay. Sorry. For me, first, I would like to thank Dr. Patricia for this session, and also to thank Mercy for allowing me to attend this training. Okay, I learned two things actually. May take away two things. The first one being befriending failure. That one, actually, for me, I personally normally run away from failures. Whenever I fail, I'm like, I can't do it again. I'm not going back. But from this course, hey, I have to go back to my failures. Actually, I started practicing the same. Yeah, so I'm seeing progress from my end. And then the second thing was also lifting others as I rise. Okay, personally, being young to the industry, being a first timer, actually, we had an intern for the last 3 months, and she really motivated me because I was still going through this course. So she was looking up to me, and I was like, okay, wow, so I can lift somebody. Nice. So I was so happy about myself, and I'll always actually lift others as I rise. Yeah, that's my takeaway home.
Thank you so much, Vivian. You had me at so you can actually lift someone. Yes, you can. And well done on making it this far. Max, are you able to speak now?
Hello, guys.
Hi, now we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. I'd like to thank you, especially Dr. Pat, first, for taking us through the Early Risers program. It has really impacted me. I would also like to thank my facilitator, who is Mercy, for giving me this opportunity also to learn something about my next best self. Okay, for me, this program has really impacted me. There are a few things that I've learned that I'd like to share with you. First, I've learned
I'm sorry, you froze. I don't know if it's on my end.
Florence, just confirming. I think you stepped out. You should be joining back shortly.
how to know.
Oh, there we go.
Max, apologies, we lost you. So please restart on your lessons. You left us at lessons.
Okay, sorry for that. So first, there are a few things that I learned to this program, and the first one I was saying, it's knowing myself and my triggers. The other thing was I learned to be patient. I learned to be patient when things don't work out. Since at times when things are down, you just feel like you can't move on anymore. But with this program, at least it has helped me be calm and reflect well on any failures or any down steps, so that I can be able to deal with failure well. The other thing was I learned how to betray my old self and be loyal to my next best self. That that in fact was the best part of this program, the best quote that keeps me moving on. Every day when I wake up, I just say, let me betray my old self. That is my mentality from morning to evening. The other thing that I learned was how to lift others as I lift myself too, and also be have gratitude to those that have helped me to where I am at the moment. The last but not the least was knowing how to unlearn my inner critic voice, and on that also I learned how to deal with procrastination, especially in my day-to-day activities. Currently I'm learning or working on how to reduce procrastination in everything that I do. So thanks so much, Patricia Murugami, for inspiring us. As we begin our careers, since I guess everybody here is on the. Thank you so much for giving us, and it will motivate us to become more. And I hope that there is another program that will guide us and take us through the next part. Thank you so much. I'm happy for graduating. I'm happy for my colleagues too. Congratulations to us. We are winners. We are leaders. Let's learn how to be our next best self. Thank you.
Incredible, incredible, Max. Please, a round of applause for Max. I think the older generation that is here, Dr. Pat, Pam, and the rest, you'll agree with me, this is a different brand of Gen Zs. So please, you see, we even have notes on lessons. Lastly, and Rose, you were the first one, but you hadn't joined. So please, this is your chance. And Rose, if you can hear me, there she is. You're on mute. Kindly unmute and proceed.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, I don't know whether my camera is so visible very well, but
it's okay. We can get a sense of who you are.
Okay, so I just want to take this opportunity. I'm Rose Wangui Sharad, and also Nana. I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Patricia and the BLT group at large for this wonderful program and also for their support throughout this whole program. It's been impactful program, and I think one of the most important things I did this year for myself, and I'm sure everyone around will benefit as well, is by taking this program. So I really thank God for it. And quite a number of things have been changed by the program and has been impacted positively. And the program has been an eye-opener in so many things, especially number one, being my character. And just want to thank Dr. Patricia, so many things that you taught us throughout the program. And among many is, I know this one, it sounds normal, but early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and strong. And also about celebrating everything that we do, even our failures and our wins, and lifting others also. It really has really changed my current self. Yes, I think I'm more I'm more effective now in those matters. Yeah, and I look forward to doing more, even in lifting others whenever an opportunity comes. Yes, I just try and grab it as much as I can. And also the other thing that has really been an eye opener is our work ethics, loving what we do. That one has really brought a big change even where I'm working. I think I'm making better progress than I had. And I know probably those around me are noticing. I hope, but it's so far, everything that's going on at work, it's better than it was. And I just want to thank you for the program. Also, the fact that you taught us that every step that we are in may not be where we want to be in our current careers, but every step that we are in is a stepping stone to where we are going, to a better destiny, a better future. So that really keeps me motivated. And the fact that you told us not to postpone, yeah, we don't owe God any tomorrow, or rather, He doesn't owe us any tomorrow. Yeah, instead, we should do what we can today and everything that we totally can. So the program has been an amazing journey, and yeah, and even the fact that you made us journal, and I've never been a journal person. Journaling is never my thing, but that's a big change also that has been happening. So thank you so much for the program. So much I can say, but I'll leave it there. I just want to congratulate all the graduates, and may we go out there and of course make the world a better place, and even be our best self that we can totally be. And I'm sure everything will align to our purposes and destinies that has been planned for us. So thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Patricia, so much. And thank you also to the whole group for BLT for your support throughout the program. Really appreciate. And congratulations to everyone. Thank you.
Awesome, Andrew. Thank you so much for sharing your lessons and your insights. And I'd like to challenge all of us. There's what has stood out for you throughout the program, but the work actually begins after tonight. When you don't have Lynette or Flo to ask you, have you finished? How far are you? What lessons are you carrying forward? That is when the actual work begins. And that is when your consistency, and you will be tested to, throw away the lessons, hide them under the bed, but please, let's stay consistent. So at this point, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker for the night. Please allow me to read her bio to you. I'm very excited that she's the one speaking to all of you tonight. She's an incredible lady, and with the Gen Z Mandamano, she has a heart for young people. So Miss Pamela Mudhoi, MPRSK, MSK, is a distinguished marketing and communications expert with over 12 years of experience, passionately transforming Africa's digital communication and marketing landscape. She currently serves as the acting head of marketing, communications, and corporate affairs at East African Portland Cement PLC. In this role, Pamela leads initiatives in sustainable brand management, stakeholder engagement, and corporate communications. Additionally, as the sustainability lead, she drives the company's commitment to the Sustainable Development Goals and champions the broader sustainability agenda. An active full member of both the Public Relations Society of Kenya, PRSK, and the Marketing Society of Kenya, MSK, Pamela brings a wealth of knowledge and commitment to excellence in her professional endeavors. Outside the corporate realm, she is the founder of PalmNet Africa Limited, dedicated to nurturing the potential of the African child with PR and digital space. She is also a proud alumna of the Rise Masterclass in Self-Leadership, Cohort 4. Let me add that, it's not written, but let me add that. Cohort 4, she just graduated in May by Dr. Patricia Morogami. Her journey is remarkable by her dedication to continuous learning and her passion for empowering others, which is actually what she's doing tonight. So over to you, Pam. This is your moment.
Wow, thank you so much, Florence. Good to see you. Good to see you, Dr. Patricia, and early risers graduates. I am so excited to be here tonight. You should have seen me on the road, driving very fast to catch up so that I can put my camera on and meet the Gen Z at Nane Nane. You know, these peculiar Gen Zs who never went on the roads. Congratulations. Yeah, so for me this evening is, yes. So for me this evening is a quite unique evening. Well, I know what Florence has read most is part of mostly my career, but what I'm proud of this evening is being an alumna of Rise Masterclass. I will talk a lot more about that as I congratulate you for doing so well and completing your Early Risers program. I am so envious this evening of all of you. You all appear very young and you have already started investing in your future. Congratulations. Congratulations. A big one. And especially in this season where the young people have lacked patience to, you know, focus in self-leadership and in growth. So congratulations. You are in the right place. You have taken the right step towards your growth and your future. And so this evening, I will just be speaking to us about owning your future. When Dr. Patricia asked me to be a speaker, I was like, are you sure? Yeah, because I felt like maybe not the keynote speaker, but say something. But then again, I'm here and I'm glad. Thank you, Dr. Pat, for believing in me. So I will give us like 5 steps or 5 key lessons that I've picked as growing up to becoming the person that I am today, and even through the different experiences with the Rise Masterclass. And the first one, which we have all spoken about, is mastering yourself. The importance of mastering yourself towards owning your own future. This comes to do, speaks to things to do with understanding your values. What do you actually value in life? Where do you spend most of your time? Where do you spend most of your money? Where do you invest most? Your feelings, your prayers, understanding that and singling that out so that you can be able to see what value you give to, what value are you able to give to each aspect of your life. So understanding yourself has to do with understanding your weaknesses, understanding your strengths, understanding your triggers. Dr. Patricia will tell you, because she's my coach, that one of the weaknesses I've struggled with is being controlling, the excessive need to control, that I want the things to do, you know, in the profession, at personal space, as a mother, as a wife, just wanting things to go in your own way. And those are some of the areas that maybe at your own personal space, like some of you spoke and said, they don't want to fail, you know? So that can also give you an excessive need to always be right. Because you don't want to fail, you always feel like you're always feeling like your ideas and your perspectives are the best. So a place of understanding yourself, which I'm sure you must have had gone through in your program, but then it all begins, leadership and self begins with self-mastery, understanding who are you, what space are you in, how are you going to present yourself, do you understand your weaknesses, how are you handling them, are you being patient with yourself, and are you working patiently towards your own growth and your own self-mastery. So it can go on and really, and if you see me looking at the side, is because my camera on the laptop failed, and so my notes are right on my laptop, and my video is on the phone, so allow me to just check my notes as we proceed. So in mastering yourself, the lesson that I've picked was focus on self-mastery by understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, and your triggers. Mastery of oneself is the foundation of effective leadership and personal success. To lead others effectively, you must first lead yourself. This requires a very deep understanding of who you are, what drives you, and how do you respond to different situations. By recognizing and refining your strengths, addressing your weaknesses with patience, and managing your triggers, then in that way, you build a solid foundation for personal growth and leadership. The second one, so that I can keep time, is staying authentic, believing in who you are and how you appear. For example, one of the things I struggled with is I'm very good with physical presence. How I wish this graduation was in person because that is what I've done over the years. But during COVID, everything went online and I have now screen phobia. So something I've struggled with. But then even at such times, how do you then come out, put on your cameras and keep speaking, staying authentic, presenting yourself just as you are, because again, you have something unique within yourself. And this is at a personal level and also at a professional level. How are you showing up in the office? Are you trying to present yourself as someone you're not? Are you trying to talk in a way that to mimic someone else? I think God put it in all of us that in us there is a purpose, and there is a special skill or special something in you that in that uniqueness, in that authentic uniqueness is where your blessing is. And so as young leaders, I would like to encourage you to just show up as yourselves. Be authentic. Be ready to learn and unlearn. You know, be ready to make mistakes. And once you make mistakes, you learn from them and grow. That is one of the areas also that I have seen progress in my life within the career space and also within my own personal life, growing all the way from, you know, being young like you guys, Gen Zs, young professionals. I'm a millennial, 12 years of experience. Where? Miaka imesonga. But yes, so stay authentic in your spaces. My third point coincides with this because it's stepping up in confidence. As you're staying authentic, also do it with confidence. Do it with confidence. Package yourself in a way that you're confident with what you have to offer. If it is in your office, you're confident with that which you have to offer. Don't when I started my career in the ABSA, then it was Barclays. I think that is where my first job was. And at that time, I remember this lady who was head of corporate then, her name is Susan Mwawira. And so every time we were introducing ourselves in the office, she would say, don't say, my name is Pam, at a corporate level. So people will say, Mona Kapam. Kapam kamepita hapa. And so you lose your brand, you know, because you're not showing up confidently and authentically. And so she used to say, you need to learn to introduce yourself properly. My name is Pamela Mutui. My name is Dr. Patricia Morogami. My name is Emmy Kisa. I'm Miss Andros so-and-so. I'm Mr. Robert Nyaga, you know? And that's a personal brand. Do it, embrace it. And every leadership role that comes your way or every extra role or responsibility that is drawn your way, pick it up with confidence and be ready to learn. And if you make mistakes while at it, just correct yourself or seek for guidance, correct and move with confidence. With confidence. Where I work, God has blessed me to be one of the young leaders in the executive committee. And so I was telling my coach, Dr. Patricia, I'll keep referring to her because we speak a lot. I was telling her sometimes I feel like, they're like, these old guys who've, you know, have a whole lot of experience, sometimes they appear like they want to look down on you, but you're the one who will choose how you will respond to that. And so in this current generation, even Gen Zs and people of your age are rising up so fast. So how you show up and in terms of your confidence and around the knowledge and the skills that God has given you will also determine where you're placed or even where you get to place yourself in these boardrooms and even in, you know, in your different professions and where you work. So the other one is stay curious and open-minded. This is where I was saying you have to have the ability to learn and unlearn. You don't know it all. You need to be able to accommodate space and room for growth and to learn from others, even actually from people who are even younger than you or people who are even older than you. You need to be able to be very ready to learn from your environment and also to unlearn things you might have learned growing up, due to maybe environments you have been in, knowingly or even unknowingly. Some of these things you pick up and you don't even know that you picked that up growing up somewhere, maybe childhood or even in your schooling, high schooling, or even campus. And it might be not a very good habit for the spaces that God has given us, has drawn you in as young professionals. So you need to be very, very ready to unlearn. So stay curious and very open-minded. Don't shy off from bringing your innovative idea on the table in this corporate. Just bring it out with confidence. Again, like I had said, present yourself fully as a brand, because you are a brand. And then the last one is, as you do that, foster connections. Even here where you are, you've been able to, make maybe friends or even connect with others, be it from the RISE school or even from your peers in your program. Be ready to foster those connections, because again, that is where opportunities come from. Surround yourself with mentors who can guide you, peers who can collaborate with you, because some will not do that. But some people will look at you like, have you just started becoming too serious for our age? By the way, why do you wear ties Monday to Friday, and there's this Gen Z, dress code in the office? And so this is the time where you just step up and connect to the people of your mindset in a way that you just want to have the right conversations and people who can understand where you are. This is a good platform where you can pick such mindsets and just grow a network that will push you ahead. Invest time and effort in cultivating these relationships also. And also remember that support is two-way street. Don't expect the others to offer to you what you cannot offer to them. Be generous, I would say, with your ideas at a personal space and also at a professional space. So really, that is what I can say in the 15 minutes given. Otherwise, Florence, before I hand over back to you, just allow me to encourage these young ones by telling them you have done the right thing to go through that RISE Masterclass. This is just the beginning. You should go through the RISE Masterclass Self-Leadership Program. Oh my God. My own personal testimony is that I began this year literally with Dr. Patricia when we were leaping the year. And I remember she said in that webinar, she requested all of us to just define the year. Write a theme, write it down. What is the year? What is the theme of your year? And I wrote mine down. I made sure I came with this here. because we have to do this. We have to journal down what we want to become. We have to journal down our goals. For those of us who are saying, maybe this is your first time to journal and write, it is the best practice to do. Write down. So we began the year going back to the testimony that I said I would give. So we began the year with Dr. Patricia, and I wrote down what exactly I had wanted to achieve. When I joined, beginning the year, I was a public relations officer where I work. So I had been in an officer role, which is a mid-manager role, for the last 10 years, constant. Had done my degree, had done my trainings here and there, had, that is, got married, got career breaks, discouraged, things like that in those areas. Got my babies, which are good things. It's a good thing to do for me. I love them. And I bless the Lord for blessing me with those two. But then I would call that space, from a career perspective, it was a stagnation of some sort. So when we began the year and I wrote down exactly what I'd wanted to do, and I themed my year. In fact, I themed my year restoration. The reason why I said restoration is because I felt like I had just wasted a decade, stagnating. And I didn't understand what this was going to look like, being 2024. So when we began, I did 2 programs, webinars, those programs that Dr. Patricia keeps posting, and I invested in them. I said, I must invest. So kuna hizi za 3,000, kuna hizi za, those are quick wins. When you see that with somebody, Dr. Patricia as a key speaker and someone is charging 3,000, you're like, wow, this one is a must have. In fact, those sessions, Dr. Patricia, are godsend. You need to keep doing them. For me, I view them even as a CSR for your organization. So it's good. So I decided to intentionally invest, and I did those programs. And before I knew it, I jumped into the Rise Masterclass. And to just cut the whole story short, is that I've been able to acquire 2 major promotions. I will not say first from public relations officer to corporate affairs manager. I think even actually Florence at some point today, she was sending me that poster written corporate affairs manager. I said, wait, I need to use this to encourage people. Please, my title, it's communications and corporate affairs. Accolades before what God has done in my personal space, but just to encourage you as a young professional that there is work you need to put in yourself. This is the right step you have taken. Take what you have learned with a lot of gratitude, practice it daily. Even how you appear is very important. There is no training, there's no extra, well, I'm completing my master's, but I will not owe those promotions to that master's. I will not owe them to any other thing, but I will just owe them to being able to master myself, being able to continuously effect my self-leadership skills through this program by Dr. Patricia. So don't drop the ball. Once this is done, jump into the right next program. I keep pestering Dr. Patricia. I know I have been so committed, trying to prove myself at work because I have to. But, but I keep pestering her and saying, oh, I need to decide which is the next program that I'm jumping into. Pull the people who are close by you to move with you. Otherwise, they will draw you down because they will not understand where you are from a mindset perspective, or even from a self leadership perspective, your own personal growth. So pull the people around you to move with you, pick 1 or 2. And as you do that, lift others. Somebody here spoke about being a mentor for an intern. That is where it begins. It is never too small. After I've been pushed to head of marketing, I've pulled 2 people. Every time I move up, the other thing is I replaced the PRO and I've replaced the manager role. So there's no gap there. So I can never go down there. You only have to go up. That is another principle. The more you go up, even in acquiring knowledge, keep sharing it. Share the knowledge, share the ideas, influence other young leaders, and pull them up with you. God bless you, and may you keep growing, and congratulations. Thank you, Florence.
Thank you so much, Pamela. Beautiful, beautiful lessons there on owning your future. And congratulations as well on the promotions. They've just come like pop, pop, pop. So we're really happy for you. And that is just to encourage all of us who are on this call tonight. That is what happens when you invest in yourself, when you actually take the time and the commitment to commit yourself to learning and to growth, then the growth will actually find you where you are. So instead of keeping on unanungunika, okay, complain, no, I'm not growing, I'm not moving, I'm stuck, put in the work and the growth will find you. So congratulations, Pamela, as well, and to our graduating class. A big, you have lessons to carry you for the next 6 weeks now, post program from Pamela. Thank you so much, Pamela. Please let's give her flowers as I share my screen. Thank you, everyone. So, at this juncture, we'd like to celebrate these wonderful 14 young leaders who chose their nane to be different. Their nane is all about growth, all about making a difference, yes, in their country, but through their personal lives. So I'd like to hand over to Dr. Patricia Morogami, who will be leading us through the next part of graduation. Dr. Pat, over to you.
Okay, thank you so very, very much, Florence, for taking us through. Pamela, we don't know what to say. You know, if this is how you grow one after the other, I think you've really encouraged everybody within this room. I hope you feel encouraged, our graduates. I welcome you after we graduate, or even in the few minutes, say something in the chat that has stood out for you from our keynote speaker. We believe in giving flowers to people when they are close to us. One of the things that we talk about at home is when you see something good in someone, tell them. For you, it may just be a compliment, but to them, it could light up their world. Thank you, Pamela, for being a true riser and ambassador of Rice Co. The moment has come, ladies and gentlemen, for you to graduate. I can almost do the drum rolls, isn't it? You know, Florence was playing an amazing piece of music earlier on, and I was dancing. So in fact, when we started, I was like, okay, then let's just get ready for this. So I hope you have a dance and a song in your heart as we start off. I now begin the graduation roll with the first leader, my cousin actually, so what an honor, Anne Rose Sharad. Congratulations. And those of you, your videos on, please show by clapping of hands. Congratulations, Anne. May you keep rising, and may TechnoHub technologies continue to grow. Well done, and thank you to your sponsors also. Congratulations. The second leader, Emmy Kisa from Fidelity Shield Insurance Company. Congratulations. May you keep growing and may you keep rising. And we want to thank Mercy and the entire leadership from Fidelity for those that they have actually sponsored here. The third leader, Esther Gesho from Fidelity Shield as an ICT assistant. ICT is the future of business. May you keep rising. Congratulations. Our fourth leader this evening, Faith Morezi, insurance cashier from Fidelity Shield Insurance Company. Keep rising. Managing cash is actually a very critical part of any business. Well done. Our next leader, Ivy Monene, travel insurance assistant. We know how traveling is so intense these days. Congratulations for providing that insight and the cover for those who are traveling. I also welcome Jane Karanja, Assistant Claims Analyst. We know how technical reviewing those claims and analyzing them is. May you continue to have that attention to detail as you grow in your career. Our next graduate, Max Mutugi, underwriter from Fidelity Shield Insurance Company. What an incredible speech you gave this evening, almost moving me to tears and all of us. May you keep rising and may you use those gifts and talents to keep lifting many. Congratulations. Our next leader, Nyakio Wainaina, an aspiring lawyer and the daughter of one of our alumni from the Breakthrough Mastery Circle, Angela Wainaina, who was actually one of my bosses early in the career. What a full circle moment this is. May you keep rising, Nyakio. May you be the one who fights for justice for those who don't have a voice, and may you ensure that your work impacts many globally. I see you're studying in the UK. May you have an impact way beyond even the UK and the African continent. Congratulations. I now want to also congratulate Dr. Robert G. Nyaga, Technical Director from Busara Center for Behavioral Economics. Congratulations and thank you for truly owning this program that you wanted everything to work as it should. We honor you and appreciate your candor and that persistence. Congratulations. Roxanne McKenna, congratulations, a consultant with Faith Foundry. Thank you very much for always having attention to detail, being very keen and ensuring that you are totally in the program from the beginning to the end. Congratulations, and I also want to honor the one who was part of the reason you got into the program, one of our alumni from the Breakthrough Mastery Circle, Nyakio. Thank you very much for paying it forward. Congratulations. Dungo Tevin, research analyst from NCBA. You're actually our bankers. You are very clear. If I remember correctly, you attended every coaching session and asked questions, sent questions in advance, showing that you're a learner with a lot of learning agility. Keep rising, keep unlearning, and keep learning. Congratulations. Vivian Acheng in administration at Fidelity Shield Insurance. May you remember that administration is actually the engine that makes businesses break or build. May you continue rising in that space. Congratulations. Congratulations, Wendy Kemunto, a UX designer and a creative entrepreneur. This is the future of the world in terms of tech and how creativity intersect. May you keep rising and may you keep serving and enabling your clients to keep growing. Congratulations. William Kibet, medical underwriter, Fidelity Shield Insurance Company. May you keep rising and may you keep rising through unlearning, learning, and all the questions you continue to ask to ensure that you grow. Thank you for being who you are within this program. Congratulations. And you know, without further ado, may the lessons from this program continuously set you apart for greatness in your personal and professional lives. Keep soaring, keep learning. When you learn something, teach it. When you rise, lift. When you fall, wake up and rise. And may you remember your legacy is every moment, and every small thing you do is how you do the big things. Count on us together with my team, Florence, Betty, and the entire Rise School and Breakthrough Leadership Transformation to continue to enable you into the next leadership program. Count on us to be with you for the rest of your life, because there's something for every season. And in a few minutes, I'll allow Florence to tell you exactly what you mean. Congratulations once again. May you be the generation that is set apart from the rest by how you stand up and the standard you set for yourself personally, privately, professionally, publicly. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Patricia, for that wonderful graduation. To the leaders, you are now officially graduated from the Early Risers Young Professionals Leadership Program, Cohort 2, ready to be a different breed of Gen Zs to stand out wherever you go in your personal friendship circles, in your corporate circles, in your social circles. Please stand out and keep the lessons of this program close to your heart. Again, remember to pay it forward. I know some of you are experiencing it because somebody somewhere has paid it forward. So I'd like to challenge you to pay it forward and develop a spirit of gratitude. So tonight, just call the person who sponsored you, who introduced you to this program, how you learned about it. Just say thank you to someone for making it possible for you to be here tonight. If you can, buy them a cup of coffee, a bar of chocolate, it goes a long way. So I'd like to share a little bit more. I know some of you have been asking what next and what can you do next. We say at Breakthrough and Rise School, once you've come through us, stay close to the fire. You'll always be learning, you'll always be taking new challenges, and you'll always be growing. Sorry, these are your certificates. You will receive them on email. By the end of day tomorrow, you will have them together with your e-shot, just to certify that you have actually completed this program. So there they are. And in case you actually experience a challenge or you notice yours has an error, just respond to me. I'll be happy to sort you out. So how do you stay close to the fire? How do you make sure you're keeping engaged? And how do you make sure that the laxity of life does not catch up with you? One, as complementary to your program, you had a complimentary membership to our Africa Risers Network on Telegram. I hope you're actually all of you on Telegram on that space. So we do share daily leadership content to just keep you engaged, keep you growing. So please be going there daily to just refresh your energy and your leadership lessons. And monthly, we have live sessions. So please join in the live sessions, read the books that we share. There's a whole reading list up to December. So please grab the books early, read, and join the sessions. We get to connect with more people, senior people, take more lessons, and keep learning. That will help your learning fire not to burn out. You can also attend any our other programs. For example, we'll be having our annual conference in October. That will be in Kampala, so we can just decide to take the bus down to Uganda. I know my people, I know where we are. We'll not take first class, but we can decide to take the bus to Uganda. We have webinars constantly, so keep checking what is there and keep learning. You can also upgrade to the Rise Masterclass in Self-Leadership, which is what Pamela was talking about. She's a recent graduate of this, and this is a 12 weeks deeper series of what you've just experienced. Here was just like a sprinkle of it. So as you advance into various leadership levels, I know you're going to get promotions, you're going to grow. This is something you can consider to just continuously elevate and stay ahead of your game in leadership. If you're feeling the fire to start immediately, we have a cohort that's starting next week. We'd be glad to have you. There we have the Uganda tickets. It's on the 19th of October. If you'd like more information on this, just reach out to me. I'll be happy to guide you and help you. We also have other publications by Dr. Patricia Morogami, which you can grab a copy to keep reading and rising. We have the book Rise, we have Pause, and we have Reinvent. These are just avenues for growth for you. If you have any issue, any clarification, you'd like to know any more details about all that, please reach out to us. Those are our contacts. Those are our contacts. Please reach out to us. We are happy to assist. That's it from me. Thank you so much for making time to be here. Congratulations once again on your graduation. Please, when I share your e-shot, just take a snippet of it and just write something on the lessons that you've shared here. Just write something about it and post it on LinkedIn. Share with your friends. Let them see that you're growing. You're not just passing time in life, waiting for the years. And then when we are in our older, when we get to the millennial age, you start saying, where did the time go? So please share your lessons on LinkedIn, share with your friends, shout about this, celebrate your win. It is yours. It is your growth. So celebrate it. Without much further ado, that brings us to the end of our graduation. Feel free to leave your comment on how the experience has been, and a big congratulations to all of you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Florence, for being our MC so ably. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pamela.
Thank you, team. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Good night.